Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight I have not only two sightings for you but also an appeal, and I'll get to that at the end. So tonight we're going to go up to the northeast again and we're going to Hamsterly Forest. And Hamsterly Forest is a large forested area in the northeast of England, and it's around 200 hectares of mixed woodland, and it lies between two valleys, the Wear Valley and the Tees Valley. And it's on the edge of the North Pennine moors and the area of outstanding beauty that's down there. And it's fed by a number of rivers. And according to Wikipedia, Hamsterly is a delightful oasis of broad-leaved and coniferous woodland, sprawling along the sides of a sheltered valley. It seems the vast forest is home to more than just usual wildlife. Many years ago now, and this is a witness's account, myself and two of my mates were camping at Hamsterly Forest. It's situated in the northeast of England. And it's something we did often, and with permission of the ranger. We usually camped in a field just a ways off from the ranger's hut. We'd set up our camp and got the beers out and went about enjoying the day. And we had a few beers, and by about 11 p.m. we decided to go for a walk to get some air before we went to bed. We set off together and walked no more than about 20 minutes when things started to get weird. We were spooked by the noise of branches being broken as we walked along the trail. And off to the side of us in the bushes, we could hear something moving along and breaking branches and limbs. And to be honest, we all ran back to the tent. We zipped up and spent a very nervous night, but thankfully nothing else happened. And the next 2 nights were silent, thankfully, apart from one strange experience of something being rubbed on our tent from the outside. We stayed put in the tent and none of us went to investigate. We were all still thinking about the branches snapping on the trail on night 1. Then on the 4th night, we were all sleeping, when, bang, something whacked our tent hard. And without thinking clearly, as I was sound asleep at the time, I just reacted. I jumped up, I went outside as fast as I could, and I was a bit annoyed, to be honest, and ready to have a go at whoever was out there messing about. It was a moonlit night, so I could see clearly, and about 20 yards away from me, I saw this thing. It was this huge, almost human figure. This thing was about 7 to 8 feet tall, and it was walking away from me. And I could see it was wider and much taller than anyone or anything I'd ever seen in my life before. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Whatever it was walking off from me. And I could see that it was a very dark brown, almost black silhouette. I went back into that tent quickly, and my mates tried to ask me what I saw. But I was speechless for about 10 minutes. My mind was reeling. And all I could say was, we need to get out of here, we need to go. And they just ribbed me and tried to explain it away. So I just left it at that and kept quiet, but I wasn't happy. We stayed in the tent until morning, which was not easy for me, and I was shaking with fear. And my mate said, oh, it could just be a ranger, but I knew it wasn't. The next morning, we went to see the ranger on duty that day, and he said he'd not been back there at all or knew of anyone else who was camping there. That was one of the scariest nights of my life, and it took me over 10 years to go back into the woods again. And even now, after what I've seen, I'm reluctant to stay out overnight in the woods. And this isn't the only account from the area. The northeast as a whole is swamped with them, but there's just a very short walk within the same forest. We have another account. And a gentleman contacted me, and his name was Ross Hodgson. And he said he saw something strange in Hamsterly Forest whilst out hiking in 2017. And he said, I was walking in the woods up in the Black Banks area, close to Low Shipley, and very near Walsingham. And I was out hiking and just walking along. And I saw something that I could not really describe. And I thought it could have been one of those Bigfoot type creatures. I once watched a documentary about them, and this thing I saw looked exactly the same. It was upright, hair covered, and all one colour. And I'm positive there's one lurking in the woods around Hamsterly. And I know people will not believe me, but what I saw looked like a Bigfoot that you would see on TV. Now, that's just 2 accounts from the wood, and there are other accounts, as I say. And we're asking if there are any researchers or any people that would be interested in researching around that area in the northeast. So we'd be looking at like Hamsterly, Weardale, up through around about Bolam area, and then the lads from Bigfoot UK take over, and that's their ground. So if you're interested in learning from a researcher that's set up in this area and has been out there at least a decade that I know of, and he's willing to pass his information on and share it now. He's ready to share it now with everybody so it doesn't get lost. And it's just his theories. It's not set in concrete, but he just wants to explain some of the things that he's found or experienced when he's been out in these areas. So get in touch with me on YouTube. Just make a comment in the comments below, or all lowercase, debbiehatswell@gmail.com. I'm also just Debbie Hatswell on Facebook. You should be able to find me. It's just a public page. So yeah, if you're interested in just learning a few things, getting out every now and again and having a meet up with some of the guys that are up there, or like I say, getting some training, some, on the ground training from one of the long-term researchers, let me know. Get in touch and let me know, and I can put you in touch with him. So until next time, thank you very much. Good night.